So this is a fairly typical question. We've been given some data and we're not so worried about the physics at the moment, but what we've got is an equation that we've rearranged and we've put the numbers in. Now this one here has its data in standard form. So we've got a very small number for the wavelength of 5.5 times 10 to the minus 7, and the speed of light is 3.0 times 10 to the 8. Now I don't know what this is, I can't work it out in my head, so I need to use my calculator. Now the way that we use standard form with a calculator is if I just put these numbers in. So the first one is 3 times 10 to the 8. Now I don't need to put the 0.0 because 3 is absolutely fine. And then it's this button down here that I press. On this calculator, which is the Casio one, it's times 10 to the x. Sometimes it's a capital E or even a capital EXP, which stands for exponent. So we just press this button and then that gives us a times 10, and then we just put in the number afterwards. So 3 times 10 to the 8. We're going to divide it by 5.5 times 10 to the minus 7, so 5.5 times 10, and it's this button up here which is for negative numbers, so we're just going to press that, and then we can see we've got 5.5 times 10 to the minus 7, and this gives us an answer of 5.454545, and it's times 10 to the 14, so this is a really high number, but you know, waves do have high frequencies. Now, the question's given me data to two significant figures, so I'm going to round this to two significant figures, which in this case would be 5.5 times 10 to the 14, and the answer, because it's a frequency, the unit is hertz. So that's all there is to it really. When it comes to using standard form with your calculator, there's often a button down at the bottom, you press that, and then it all pretty much makes sense.